The afternoon rush had started early that day. By noon, the store was already louder than usual. Shopping carts rattled across the tile floor. Barcode scanners chirped in quick rhythm. Conversations overlapped. Phones rang at the customer service desk. It was a kind of day where nobody slowed down long enough to really see anyone, except maybe to judge them. Register lines stretched halfway down the aisles. Staff members moved with rehearsed speed. Scan, bag, repeat, trying to keep things flowing. That's when she entered. The sliding doors opened quietly, and she stepped inside without announcement. No dramatic entrance. No attention drawn. But what no one in that store realized yet was that this would become the most talked about moment of their entire week. Her clothes were neat but clearly old, carefully washed, carefully worn. Her shoes had been repaired more than once. You could tell by the stitching near the sides. She held a small handbag close to her arm and paused just inside the entrance like someone adjusting to the noise. A few people noticed her. Most dismissed her instantly. At first, it looked like an ordinary shopping trip, until she picked up one item that changed how the story would unfold. One employee near the carts assumed she was there just to rest in the air conditioning. Another guessed she might ask for assistance or directions. Nobody guessed the truth. She picked up a basket first, not a cart, and began moving slowly to the first aisle, reading labels carefully, not glancing, reading, comparing, thinking. It was the pace of someone who made deliberate decisions, not rush ones. One employee noticed something unusual about her choices, and it didn't match what everyone assumed. In the canned goods aisle, two younger shoppers rolled past quickly. One of them looked back and whispered something. The other laughed softly. Most people there made the same quiet mistake, and they wouldn't realize it until much later. The woman didn't react. She continued reading. After 10 minutes, her basket was full. She returned to the front, exchanged it for a cart, and went back in, still calm, still quiet, still unnoticed, except for assumptions. An assistant supervisor watching floor activity through a tablet made a mental note to keep an eye on her cart, not because of anything she did, but because of how she looked. Assumption number 1. In produce, she inspected fruit the way experienced buyers do, checking weight, color, firmness. She selected carefully, like someone who understood value deeply, not just price. An older employee stocking shelves nearby noticed and smiled. "Take your time," he said gently. "Best way to shop." She smiled back. "Best way to live, too." He chuckled and continued stocking. He would later remember that sentence. A child nearby reached toward her cart, curious about a bright orange she'd selected. She picked it up and handed it to him with permission from his mother. "Good choice," she told him warmly. Small moment, no spotlight, but real. As the cart slowly filled, so did the quiet tension of misjudgment around her. Because when people judge early, they often keep watching, waiting to be proven right. 45 minutes later, she headed toward checkout. Her cart was fuller than anyone expected. Not luxury items, not random spending, carefully chosen goods, quality tools, bulk staples, practical items, durable products, the kind of purchase pattern that tells a story, if you know how to read it. The line she joined was managed by a cashier near the end of a long shift. Tired eyes, automatic smile, mechanical politeness. "Next," the cashier said. The woman stepped forward and began unloading her items gently, grouping them by category to make scanning easier. That detail went unnoticed. The scanning began. Beep, beep, beep. The total climbed faster than the cashier expected. Her eyebrows lifted slightly. Then came the first assumption spoken out loud. "You found everything okay?" But in a tone that meant something else. "Yes, thank you," the woman replied softly. More scanning. The people behind her started watching the screen. Numbers rising create attention. Judgment grows in silence. When the total passed what most single customers spend in a week, the cashier slowed down. "Are you paying with cash or card?" she asked, too early, before finishing. "Card," the woman said. The final item scanned. Total displayed. A small murmur from someone in line. The cashier read the amount again, quietly, as if double-checking reality. Then she looked up, studying the woman differently now. Not kindly yet, just skeptically. The woman reached into her small handbag and removed a plain envelope card holder. Inside was a bank card, simple, unbranded, no flashy design. She placed it down calmly. No speech, no defense, no explanation. The machine processed. Approved instantly. No delay, no warning, no issue. The cashier blinked. Ran it again by mistake. Still approved. Tone changed immediately. "Would you like assistance to your car?" "Yes," the woman said gently. "That would help." But the moment that changed everything hadn't happened yet, because from the glass office upstairs, the store manager had seen the transaction alert threshold appear on his system dashboard, a high-value purchase flag that required courtesy verification. He came down personally, not urgently, respectfully, and when he saw who it was, he smiled with genuine recognition. He greeted her by name, asked about her health, thanked her, sincerely, for something nobody in line understood yet. The silence that followed was heavier than noise, because truth was about to replace assumption, and truth tends to arrive quietly, but it stays loudly. He turned to the staff and explained. Years ago, when this location nearly closed, one private backer funded the recovery plan anonymously. Renovation, payroll bridge, supplier credit stabilization. No publicity, no press release, just help when it mattered. He gestured gently toward her. This is the person who made that possible. Shock, but not humiliation, moved through the space. Just realization. The cashier's voice softened completely now. Not out of fear, out of understanding. Respect had finally caught up with reality. The woman waved away praise. Investment is loud, she said softly. Character is quiet. She thanked them for their work, not the other way around. And before leaving, she said one final sentence. Dignity should be given, not earned by surprise. Then she walked out the same way she came in. Quietly, calmly, unforgettable.